my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah,
Sorry, sir.
Writing it rich!
How can I help you, my friend? I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter.
How lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Livestock's got twice a cent.
How lovely to see you again, haver of the beautifully shaped shoulders.
Join the Stud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Bleeding waste, standing here without so much as a piglet in the pen.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew and spice and stir and churn.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more hose than a slice of this fine almond.
Join the Stud
Livestock's
Club
got
if you've
twice
an
the
eye for
sense and
farm
thrice the soul of
potatoes.
the average human, I say.
Are as many friends as the man with many cheeses?
Lonesome, spiritless, perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Pay the big cheese on your rope with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Let's see.
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you.
Livestock's got twice the sense and thrice the soul of the average human, I say.
Orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens. Toe of snake, ring of worm, brew and spice and stir and churn.
Sauce hunters, eh? All right, proper, we're finally getting a hand. Things is, if you've got a favourite sheep, best to fry her up now before she gets... Yes. Oh, Ogget's been missing for more than a fortnight. I recently sold most of the tender loves to a trader heading north. Plenty of business that way these days. Those miners must be prepared.
With a wheel of the good stuff.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want?
See if you can
Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little...
Are as many friends as the man with many cheeses?
Seven inspire us.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunt. By all means. I can't say much more, but that them... And what might those be? But certainly. What would you like to know?
Oh, what? So, let me get this straight. There are insidious sorcerers running about town that turned a council ambassador into a zombie for sport, after said councillor was murdered by some mystery witch who subsequently trotted off to her cabin in Luculla Woods. Sure you by Belagar's nethers. Sounds like a fantasy tale mothers tell their children before bed. And I bet none of it's more than... Anyway, be the... if you must. Bravo! How am I enjoying it? Are you We are the pride of Rivellon. To be found... I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's... What more is there to say? She clearly was in league with the sect that's been unsettling Sicil. So now that she's dead, all the better. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body. What'd you take me for? An ignoramus? We may well stand on unholy ground right... You there! Cut it out! Ah, the Source Hunter. If you must. What more is there to say? She clearly was in league with the sect that's been
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew.
Salutations, Source Hunter. Lieutenants, now I said... And that is exactly what... This cannot be. Can it? You have found one of the sources of the undead and sent it back into oblivion. But that is fantastic. Never have I seen such heroism. Hope breaks through after 2 years of absolute darkness. Sicil remains under threat, yes, but finally it has been proven even the dead can be vanquished. To think, Feliron too was behind these horrors all along. A man who treated the wounds I obtained in battle, who comforted me when my agony was great. Such a pity. Sicil is in your debt, Hunter. I, and the Legion too. Brachus Rex is dead, and no one but you could have done this glorious deed. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. By all means. What? You found 2 of my soldiers cowering in the bush, my legionnaires? They all, for 2 years, all news has been bad news, and clearly nothing has changed. More dead, more undead, and more letters to write home to grieving widows and widowers. Still, I thank you for telling me, Source Hunter. Knowledge is better than uncertainty. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many Legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
So, let me get this straight. By Belagar's anyway, be... if you... Bravo! How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? What more is there to say? She clearly was in league with the sect that's been unsettling Sicil, so now that she's dead, all the better. Hopefully, though, it has dawned on you that a...
Source Hunter, welcome, by all means. By all, I can't say much more, and what might those be? So the Sparkmaster oh, a mere What? What? Why, but certainly. Oh, my use too much. Oh, but that's not a trick. Such to be out, but of course it's handy to oh, that I'm...
recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Those books will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Those books will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
There you both are. How jolly. There's something quite astounding you must see. It's the Weaver. Thanks to the starstone you've collected, she's mended a portion of the tapestry. Look, a new story has been rewoven into time. A new portion of history appears to us for the first time in not even I know how long. Let us look together. Let us see what the Weaver has woven.
Long ago, two great generals led mankind in a terrible war. The dreaded Void Dragon threatened all of existence, and man and gods alike joined swords to stop it. The two generals were celebrated as the rulers of all, and even the gods paid them tribute.
I greet you, Honorable Master of the House. I am the Shepherd of Elements, and I control how they may flock towards your most imperial presence. So, if it pleases you, command me, and the elemental aspect of your choice shall once more settle among these holy halls. That is your final choice?
No, I've changed my mind.
But I haven't. We made a choice and we'll stick with it.
Why must you be so stubborn? Humor me, why don't you?
You always want your way. Can't you be considerate for a change?
No, we'll do as I say and there's an end to it.
Perhaps you would like to reconsider and choose anew. And that is your final choice?
Yes, it is.
In fact, it isn't. I want to go with another elemental.
You always want your way. Can't you be considerate for a change?
Why must you be so stubborn? Humor me, why don't you?
Very well. Have it your way.
Perhaps you would like to reconsider and choose anew. And that is your final choice?
Yes, it is.
In fact, it isn't. I want to go with another elemental.
You always want your way. Can't you be considerate for a change?
Why must you be so stubborn? Humor me, why don't you?
Very well. Have it your way.
Perhaps you would like to reconsider, and that is your...
Yes, it is.
In fact, it isn't. I want to go with another elemental.
You always want your way.
Why must you be so stubborn? Humor me, why don't you?
No, no. We'll do as I say. There's an end to it.
Thy will be done.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say. Well, aren't you going to leap through? Who knows what wonder awaits you?
How might I serve our mission? Ask, and I shall answer, if I can. But of course, what part would you like to see?
This is a plane worthy of an Earth elemental, all right.
A kernel of serenity, endless chaos.
The Guardians mustn't listen to him. His every word is poison, such as no serpent has ever known. Oh, but he sides with that which has no name. I know he does. He is betrayal incarnate. He tricked them once, and will try to do so again. I fear their will is weak. Too weak still.
The spirit of Father Nature came to me in a dream last night, and he told me to welcome you. Can't you tell? I'm the universe. You're the universe. We're all the universe. It's a beautiful thing, to be sure. I noticed you were bringing this place in close contact with the spirit of nature, and I thought to myself, that's where I belong. Thanks for putting me up. With utmost pleasure, my friend. The Earth's knowledge is meant to be shared. May the Earth's vibrations rock you gently.
Glenn's a little unusual.
How might I serve our mission?
A question has me stumped.
How might I serve our mission? In the ethereal threads, the drift of... Except, it seems, you. But of course, what part would you like to see? Threads I weave and tales I see. All will I tell. She is one whose history is shrouded in darkness. She is more than a woman, though lesser you have. It was to be expected. Once you were sovereigns after all, and all the earth lay at your feet. Tremble, you would shout, and this creature would bring his fists down upon the ground, shaking it so vigorously that the walls of the enemy would crumble.
To see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home is like the imp said to the ballista operator. Shoot! It shall be my pleasure. Familiar indeed. Exactly who these heroes might have been, or why Starstone is reviving their tale, I cannot say. But the resemblance of circumstances is quite striking, to say the least. Oh, do collect more stones, won't you? I'm all a jitter with excitement. Who could they have been? What does it mean? And why, dear Source Hunter, can you alone restore these threads to our memories? Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot! Most certainly. So you have the inner chamber. The tapestry has shown me that these were the personal quarters of the gods chosen two. They lived lives of opulent luxury, a well-deserved return for services rendered against the onslaught of demons and dark champions of the void. They are yours now, the chosen two anew. Like you, she is a mystery. But she seems to know you, doesn't she? Perhaps you'll meet her again and... Yes, the Hall of Stone. Strong as the heart of mountains, durable as diamonds in the roar. The element that is Earth isn't the subtlest of the bunch, but it packs a punch like no other. In time, so will you. Ah, yes, the Hall of Heroes. Once upon a time, great feasts were held there. I can't think of a better place to gather new heroes, should you come across such rarities, so that when needed, they can serve you. Those scallywags! They are diluting Starstone with blood magic? Vile fiends! This sect, it must be stopped. Their adulteration of Starstone could hamper our efforts to undo the void. You have to trace this sect back to the very pit where it burrows. Bloodstone. The horror. magic as dark as this. It feeds the void where we seek to starve it. Like the imp said to the ballista operator, shoot.
How might I serve our mission? In the ether, the drift of accept. It's ask, and I shall answer, if I can. Threads I weave, and tales I see. All will I tell. So you have. It was to be expected. Tremble, you would shout. And this. But of course. Long ago, 2 great generals led mankind in a terrible war. The dreaded Void Dragon threatened all of existence. And man and gods alike joined swords to stop it. The 2 generals were celebrated as the rulers of all, and even the gods paid them tribute. Finality of tick-tocking time.
You call to Allgraft. He awaits your queries. With a simple nod, the rogue seems to say, "Shoot!"
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend? Ask freely, my friend. He came to me when I was small. A fierce, wild one, yet unaware of the difference between the other cubs and herself. He called to me in a soft song. At first I thought him a great bird. We each reached out to the other. We found each other. Jared visited me often, and in time I learned his songs and more. When he built a small cabin within Home Forest, I hunted his food and fetched his water by day while he studied his books and his magics. By night, by the fire, he'd tell me tales of the world of people. Jared is my master and my friend, my teacher and myself. He teaches me and I care for him.
Back again, and not a moment too soon.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon.
Sir, no, sir.
Oh, what now? So, let me get this straight. By Bellegarde's anyway. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter?
Away from me! Oh, cruel and callous youth! I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. How can I help you, my friend? By all means. I can't say much, and what might those be?
Well, what do you wish to say? Words are like wine, you know. Will them... Oh, I can teleport you. Give Willie my regards. Send him my good wishes. Now wave. Bye-bye. Allies, friends, willfully wrenched apart by a wicked wretch. I admit it with a weighty heart. I am weary. I am worried. I, William Wellington McWishing Well, am not well at all. I was snatched by the wild and wicked Winter King, Boreas the Wretch, and whisked into this prison. It was a wish he wanted, and a wish I had to grant. But I'm weary of thinking of the hows and whos and whys. There's no way to escape my fate now. Heimerheim, of course. The winter realm of the land of Fairy. At which winter worlds have you been weekending, if not Heimerheim? Oh, how I wish there were, dear wanderer. This woeful abode is sealed fast and can only be opened from without. Were there another entrance into this winterland, however, you might be able to help. Wherever your wanderings may take you, remember, if you find a new way into the winterland, don't forget your friend, Willie. The Ryan Winter King used a wicked scroll to steal me. Perhaps if you found that scroll, you could use it to whirl me home to Wally. I believe he'll keep it among his other valuables, to wit, the treasure room. Oh, my Wally, oh Wally, what a wonderful well is he! Won't you give him my regards when you see him? In fact, would you like me to whisk you to him now? Wally's always within reach when you're with Willie. Would that I could whoosh after him myself. Very well, off you go.
Well, what do you wish to say? Words are like wine, you know. My poor wayward... I wonder, would you be willing? I can teleport you to... Well, you know where... Would that I could. But without my dear brother, I'm a woeful... I'm Walter... It was that my brother William, why, he was a winsome well, would have... I wish you well.
Welcome back. The rock spirit within me greets the rock spirit within you. May the earth's vibrate.
wish to say? Words are like wine, you know. I could give Willie...
Heimerheim, of course. The winter realm of the land of Iron. I was snatched by the wild. Oh, how I wish. Were there another entrance into this winter land? Why, oh, my wild. Would that I could whoosh off. Well, as you. Oh, my. Would that. Well.
You're back! My friends, if you ever feel like conversing, nothing, what don't I? His name, Oh, I'm so glad you asked, for this is... We'll grant you a wish. I know that for sure. Oh, not so... Leaving already. Come, don't be...
The rabbit gives you a forlorn look. The rabbit nods.
Hail, Source Hunter. Good to see you've reached Lacula Forest. There were times when I came to this neck of the woods just to whiff its wholesome air. Alas, that it is thick with sorcery these days. It surrounds us here, like an invisible mist. Takes cat's eyes to see it creep. Even so, it's plain as day to the east, all about Ikara's cabin. Immaculate's beset it, no doubt under Leandra's orders. If she has ordered such thorough defenses of her sister's cabin, we may be certain that whatever lies within will be a prize more precious than butter-baked plaice. That means Ikara herself must be there, Hunter. And it is essential that you find her. Only she can shed light on the details of Leandra's plans. Ha! Zigzags would see you dash rather than mosey. But matters such as these require a thoughtful approach. Leandra and her cronies may be lunatics all, but they're far from brainless. So be wary, Hunter. And be safe.
I've been tainted! Good as a new penny.
Your head was hit faster than my blade.
May this divine gift lead us to triumph.
May my fervor feed your flames. Treasure!
In the name of the goddess, halt! Who goes there? A wanderer, you say? A lost sheep, perhaps, that has found its flock. The stable of immaculates. Why, it's Silver Glen, of course. Once the abode of miners, now the abode of the faithful. We have traded the search for silver for the pursuit of divinity. I'm sure this sounds strange in what are strangers' ears, but you must know that but a short while ago a frightful sickness felled us by the dozen, until she who speaks for the goddess brought us a cure. She showed us how we may overcome the frailty and even the decrepitude of our mortal bodies. That is why we now live a life of devoutness and civility, so that we may become immaculate. But I suggest you talk to Father Loic if you want to learn more about the ways of the goddess. Be welcome, therefore, to Silver Glen. Blessed be all immaculates.
The immaculates here seem to be a friendly enough bunch.
Seem being the operative word. Let's remain vigilant.
Centuries to guard the lost ones out there, their blood is impure.
Fishing about this place.
How perceptive!
The world is not immaculate as yet, friend. Be wary, be vigilant.
here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu.
Welcome to as holy a sight as you'll find in this region, my friend. Immaculate greetings to you and yours.
Over here, Hunter. It's me, Ahu.
The degenerates here claim they have been cleansed. But I can still smell the stink of persisting putrescence wafting from their grimy flesh. Silver Glen. This place sickens me. As you know, I once carried the burden of disease upon emaciated shoulders. Perhaps I had better explain in greater detail. Yes, let's get this over with. Once upon a time, I was a king in a land of beauty to the east. A land of tigers and slender towers, of deserts and forests, of sun and all the world's wealth. I was a young king, handsome and all-powerful. Every nobleman would have killed his own brother if I promised to take his daughter's hand in marriage. But I refused their incessant implorations. I knew my life as a sovereign would be self-indulgent, but also a self-delusory one, if I weren't to marry for love. And so a handful of years went by. The king's throne I myself occupied, whereas the queen's throne remained empty but for the court's cats that would nap the afternoons away upon its velvet cushions. But then one day, a young woman visited my kingdom. She was a poetess and a storyteller. People flocked to her, listened to her every word as if receiving mantras from the divines. I invited her to my palace, and soon our days, our nights, our love and our lives intertwined. Hiraka. How I miss her still. Miss the brilliance of her mind that was both as sparkling and as unbreakable as the diamonds that adorned her body. Oh, and how I miss her body. 1,000 artists I could have commanded, show me beauty. But she would have effortlessly surpassed their every endeavor, and curving her lips into a smile, make them break their sculptures in tearful impotence. And yet, true happiness, that commodity more precious and even more fleeting than the dominion of kings, sang to us like the nightingale, only to depart come the dawn of our first year's unity. A malady overtook me, and I began to wither. It was an unparalleled horror. Scores of physicians flocked to my bedside. They traveled from realms across the seas, hoping to cure the mighty Jehan, undo the gloom that had befallen the land, and mere vultures that they were, to be paid handsomely for their efforts. But none of their potions took effect. Their salves seared, but did not soothe my fading flesh. Like a ghoul I looked, unburied yet risen from the grave. In futile anger I struck my mirror, but broke my brittle fingers only, not its ever-mocking surface. It went like this, Hunter. If a ghoul I had become, so a dark turn of thought convinced me, a ghoul's methods I should employ to escape the labyrinthian crypt of corporeal corruption. A necromancer I'd be. Yes, only from deep within the deliriums of death would I tunnel my way back into the gardens of life. I did unspeakable things in the dusky dungeons that twist like forgotten veins to long-deceased organs far beneath my castle's sunlit halls. Halls which held my throne and held the bed upon which Heraka slept, her very touch blessing the satin she reposed upon. Still there came no relief. Perversions I created in scores, but they were mere undead all. Creatures so piteous that the thought of cheating death in their guise frightened me more than the swing of the scythe itself. Like mosquitoes in the night, panic and despair beset me until I turned to that darkest of all arts, demonology. It had to be. There was no other way. I could feel the life slipping out of me like love out of a betrayed spouse's heart. So I studied tomes so old the dust that fell from their centuries' unperused pages never knew the light of the stars that now shine. I drew forbidden symbols. I spoke unhallowed words, and from the smoke that rose like a dragon's last breath, a demon appeared to me and said, "Ask, O blighted king, and you shall have." "Just tell me," I cried. "Tell me what ails me." Heraka. Never had I known a single word can cut deeper than the sharpest of daggers. With maddening glee, the demon told me she was one of his kin. A soul-swallowing horror that had been feeding on both my body and my spirit like a leech. An ancient being was she, that moved from king to king throughout the ages, filling their hearts with love, then draining them of life. After such revelations, does one truly desire to live on? Death seemed like a mother then, welcoming me with her all will be well embrace. Yet still I feared exceedingly her seemingly sweet caress, and the oblivion that would follow. Release me from her, demon, and give me back the strength of a sick, free existence. So went my desperate plea.
It's me, Ahu.
It smiled, of course it did. Smiled bare 100 razors as its eyes came alight with infernal fire. 1,000 years I will give you, it whispered. But then your soul shall be mine to incarcerate in the depths of hellish nemesis. As for your throne, that I'll have now. What say you, O brittle king? Do you accept my terms? I think you know the answer to that question, Hunter. But I've said enough for now. These memories are painful to recollect. So let us turn to the rest of them later. Yes, let's get this over with. I think you know the answer to that question, Hunter. But I've said... Of course you do. Because once I beheld the salivating jaws of death bite and gnaw in eager anticipation of my inevitable consumption. As you know, a sickness pushed me ever closer towards their reach. I shall not say more than that I found a cure of sorts. Yet, like all things, the cure is temporal. So believe me, Hunter, when I say that if you'd have stood so very near the moors of decay as I have, you too would be sorely tempted by the ancient promise of necromancy. Oh, it doesn't just happen around here. It happens everywhere. And that is because those who perform feats of necromancy don't know their history. They are like the followers of ancient holy men that distort their examples' teachings with newfangled and perverted practices. What was art has become artifice. What had meaning lost it. I do not know what the likes of Evelyn want to accomplish, what their true end goal is. But you may be certain it is not the great pursuit. Life has no meaning to them. It is life they have lost. My ultimate purpose. Yes. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned that. Suffice to say that I do not live like others do. I do not live for happiness, for the joys these earth. Soon I must confront my purpose, or perish. For 1,000 reasons, and for one especial. The 1,000 obvious ones are list with pleasure. 1. Their 2, 3, 4, 5. Their presence distorts all in Hunter. I could find you cross-dressed under the spell of a dominant. Yes. It stems from her, the betrayer of betrayers. Oh, you may think me a fool for forswearing love after a single instance of deception. But such was its intensity on my part, that even centuries cannot undo her sting. Time heals all wounds, a lie if ever there was one.
Over here, Hunter. It's me. Oh. Over here, Hunter.
Of course you do. Good. No use in standing about.
Well, well, well. So our very own demon hunter once dabbled in the so-called darkest of arts himself.
A man so utterly betrayed and dying will grasp at any straw. I can hardly blame him.
But I can. No matter the circumstance, I simply cannot abide a hypocrite.
Dancing dugongs, you nearly startled me. Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always helps to know a thing or two about who's covering your back against the gnashing hordes, eh?
Insight of Maxos.
Over here, Hunter. It's me. Oh. Source Hunter, you've made it into the hamlet of Silverglen, I see. Unnerving spot, don't you find? Leandra has fashioned herself a hero here, but the townsfolk don't seem to know the truth behind the conduit, though they call themselves Immaculates. They're thick as trout, if you ask me, and unnaturally obsessed with ancient teachings. I haven't seen Leandra here myself, but she must have put on quite a show of magical mastery to enthrall a crowd of shaggy miners, to have them hop on the bandwagon of a shadowy religion wholly alien to them. Haven't you heard them whisper of the blood? How their eyes shine when they discuss certain stellar stones? Star stones, of course, which drenched in blood become bloodstones and are used in healing rituals. Now, I can see how it could be a fantastic thing to nurse a dying human back to health, if all it takes is to sacrifice a toad. But I spy bloodlust in these people's eyes. A bloodlust that goes beyond the usual meaning of the word. They all act like they're following a benign goddess that will lead them to paradise. But I'll be a dappled Dalmatian if any of that is true. I've been shadowing the local priest, a man by the name of Loic. I have the feeling he knows more than most in Silver Glen, for I've followed him in the night when he meets with cloaked strangers, and goblins even. Mangoth, Hyberheim, of strange things I've heard him whisper. Yes, this priest has shady goings-on written all over that smug, holier-than-thou face of his. But we must start at the beginning, Source Hunter. The White Witch is still at large. If we want to get to the true heart of Leandra's doings, we must start with her sister. And she's far likelier to be in her cabin among the trees than here among Leandra's followers. The advantage of being a puss, my friend, is that one can pussyfoot. A white-haired wizard draws attention, but a cat can move about unnoticed and, indeed, unseen. Not that I'm not extra wary of these bloodsuckers, though. There's a conspicuous absence of pets in this eerie little town. The Immaculate's presence here is highly disconcerting. But we mustn't lose sight of our mission, Source Hunter. The White Witch resides somewhere in the wilds of the surrounding forest, and we must find her.
immaculate I want to be. The blood of the lost will flow.
Bow before the goddess and bow before her mouth on this earth, the conduit. Hold high the knife and let it plunge into the lost, so that by their blood we may redeem this downtrodden realm. Immaculate it was, immaculate it may be again.
Blessed be the goddess, and blessed be the conduit.
Leave me be, I have a job to do.
Hello and welcome to our shop. I am the son of the proprietor, Nadia. Please let us know how we can help you. You've probably noticed that my mother Nadia and I aren't from around here. No. We traveled rather far from our hometown to plant new roots here in Silver Glen. My father, Ben, his death was somewhat mysterious, and we've traced the puzzle back to this little settlement. My mother will have plenty to say on that subject, if you're interested. Ma's a bit intense, to be sure. Set in her ways, but fiercely loyal to the family. Help her out and you've got a friend for life. Cross her, and you'll be better off skipping town. Not that that'll stop her from cursing your line for the next 1,000 cycles of bendis. My father was a good man, equal in character to his wife. His death nearly destroyed us, Ma and me. But now we're here. And we won't leave until we've held the proper parties accountable for their role in his death. Hello again, or... Hello again. You've probably noticed that my mother Nadia... My father was a good man, equal in character to his wife. His death nearly destroyed us, Ma and me. But now we're here, and we won't leave... Hello again, or do a salutoin, as we say in our homeland.
Farma Malbenita, a source hunter in Silver Glen. I have traveled mile on top of mile to find help, and now help has, how you say, appeared from skinny vapors. My story? Well, this is no small tale. I think perhaps you will be more interested in the, how you say it, the short end of stick. I believe Lawrence, the leader of mining guild, tell my husband and many of other workers to mine deadly ore called tenebrium. Lawrence knew that this ore caused rot. Charming name, no? Yet ordered miners to continue. Many men, my Ben among them, become the sickness. And now they, how you say, kick down the bucket. But the sickness, it is not normal. It kills swift and terrible, not unlike source. My son Sebi and I travel from our home to find truth, but this has proven not so easy. My sweet little Pomargo Visago, my darling Ben. We got along like, how you say, peas and ferrets. But here there is work, very well paid, in mines, clearing special rock from silver mine. So he leaves Sebi and I to come to Silver Glen. We wait with hearts like stones for some months. And one day, we see familiar figure moving with strange steps on path toward cottage. We run to meet him and take him into our arms, but he collapses at our touch. We help him inside and set him to rest. But he was in terrible condition. Each hour he grows worse, rot so fast we hardly recognize him after 2 short days. He slipped away from us, and we bury him with much grief. When his father died, Sebi became restless. Being of the age, he joined army and go straight to front line. Though I was nearly old woman, I joined army as healer to be near and look after my boy. There we saw special legionnaire using strange weapon. And this legionnaire soon come to my tent with the same disease that killed Ben. I discovered the tenebrium ore in this weapon. It was the ore that killed them both. I come to Silver Glen to discover truth. And here I find Lawrence, that arrogant man, conducts his business without apologize to any. Exactly this. Please, Source Hunter, you must help me prove that Lawrence made his workers to mine deadly tenebrium. For your help, I offer blessing from my homeland. Se vi mal successos, mi planto serit sarbo cae tormenti via nepo soggiai branco. Translation is difficult, but it means something like, if you fail, I will plant cherry tree and haunt your grandbaby beneath branches. Good luck. I will do my best to give answers, Source Hunter. I have not found scrap of civilization among these apes. Sebi longs for heaping plate of my famous sire mule, but the local fairs support no fine food, unless squirrel meat inspire you. As for neighbors, well, those cultists would rather sacrifice supper to goddess than eat it. May Zalmoxis strike him down, the murderer! I have one goal in Silver Glen, to make him share in the suffering he caused. I am certain he has gained from making those miners take the tenebrium. Now I have only to prove it. Nothing natural could cause such terrible disease at mere touch. If you ask me, I say dark magic. Maybe even source at its root. Far That foul thing! A terrible disease. It transforms flesh of living into flesh of corpse, while infected person still lives. Arms grow black and heavy, legs grow black and heavy, hair rots from scalp. Cielo helpo min! Oh, what memories I have.
I'll be right back!
Shadows hide your royal servant.
junk.
Never fear, friend. The conduit has shown us the way to salvation, the way to perfect health. Goddess's blessings upon you.
Welcome to his whole... Immaculate as yet, friend. Be wary. Be vigilant.
The blood of the Lord.
I hope you haven't come for work in the mines. Overrun by goblins they are. But why toil in the dark when you could bask in the light of the one way?
Cheer him up.
Never fear, friend. The conduit has shown us the way to salvation, the way to perfect health. Goddess blessings upon you.
I just know I can take you on a wild ride if you let me.
They say a witch lives in the woods east of here. I've never seen her myself. One day the conduit will smite her.
Conduit's grace upon you, friend. Seek her and you shall find salvation.
Hi there, cutie pie. Want to have a good time?
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shed.
They say the undead are immune to rot. I guess 'cause they're already rotten. Pie, wanna have a good time?
Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Over here, sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching to share a moment. They say the If these villagers ever find out what Lawrence did, it's curtains for him.
Over here, sweet cheeks. Oh, I'm aching to share a moment together.
Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Rejoice, stranger! The rot is cured! The blight is lifted! Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a
I hope you haven't come for miner's work, my friend. That's goblin territory now.
Hi there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good
Tell me,
time?
sweetie, you have some buns, or are you always busy? Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Hi there, cutie pie. Wanna have a good time?
Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Over
Tell me,
here,
sweetie,
sweet
do you have
cheeks.
some
Oh,
buns, or are
I'm
you
aching
always
to
busy?
share a moment together.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my
We're a mile from the goblin camp beyond the canyon, but you can still smell them if the wind blows southward. So,
Come
there,
hither,
cutie
sweetheart.
pie. Wanna have a good
Oh, if I had a
time?
star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my hand.
Over
Tell me,
here,
sweetie,
sweet
do you have
cheeks.
some buns,
Oh,
or are
I'm
you
aching
always
to
this
share a
fine?
moment together.
Tell me, sweetie, do you have some
Over
buns,
here,
or are you
sweet
always
cheeks.
this
Oh,
fine?
I'm aching to share a moment together.
Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day,
Praise the
I'd have a
goddess.
galaxy in my
I
hand.
passed the trial. Friend, this is most excellent news. Welcome to the Immaculate Fold.
Yes! I can feel
Come
the
hither,
goddess's finger
sweetheart.
coursing
Oh,
through
if
my
I had a
very
star
Hi
for
there,
every
cutie
time you
pie.
brighten
Wanna
my
have a
day,
good time?
I'd have a galaxy in my hand. Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers.
Why don't you stay a while, darling? I just know I could take you on a wild ride if you let me.
Do you believe in the gods, baby? 'Cause you're the answer to all my prayers. Come hither, sweetheart. Oh, if I had a star for every time you brighten my day, I'd have a galaxy in my